So growing up in my early teens, all the way to my mid to late 20s, my life was marked a lot by criticism from my dad, arguments with my dad, a lot of disagreement with my dad, and not a lot of peace with my dad. And so as a result, my relationship with the Lord ended up transferring those feelings and that perception of how a father should be onto the Lord. And so I didn't want to be criticized. I didn't want to be told what to do. I didn't want to be bullied, so to speak. And so I ended up feeling like I could do what the Lord wanted me to do on my own. It led to me putting up a lot of facades, a lot of walls, so that people couldn't get in to know the real me. I felt stuck, to be honest. I didn't feel like I could get out of this rut that I was in, no matter how hard I tried. So about 2 years after I got married, 1 or 2 years after I got married, I started going to counseling. It started pulling back the layers of the onion, answering the question why I was doing the things that I was doing. What were the behaviors rooted toward? Where did they have their genesis? And come to find out, I did have a lot of anxiety around my dad, and I did transfer a lot of those misperceptions toward God from my dad. So counseling really began the healing process. It really began helping me see that God can be trusted, that God is a loving God. The second thing was the birth of my daughter. I remember realizing that there will be times that, despite how perfect I think she is in that moment, there will be times when she needs to be corrected. And I will have to approach that in a very loving, soft, and gentle way for her betterment. And in that moment, it clicked for me that that's how God sees me. He's not just sitting in heaven waiting to zap me when I do things wrong. He loves me, and He wants me to do the right thing with His help and assistance. Knowing now that I can trust God, knowing that He has my good in mind, knowing that He desires me to be better than I am for His glory and His sake, it makes the sanctification process easier. And it's something that I can trust, knowing that He is a good Father. And He sits in the heavens doing as He pleases. And on the day-to-day, what pleases Him pleases me.